All right, y'all. We're gonna do a quick, well, not necessarily quick, but this is gonna be another thing that we dealing with this DEI garbage. And these are the people I want you to hear who's leading the flim flammery. But we got to do a little background on some of these dudes. Listen to this here, and look at who they were supporting.
That in order for the nation to be changed, a woman had to do it. And Mordecai was man enough to know that in order for me to be a man, I got to know how to support a woman. Something is wrong.
You mean your side chick too? Anyways.
With brothers who don't know how to support.
I want y'all to see this right here. That tells you everything you need to know about that audience. Look at that right there. That says everything you need to know, but I'll go on further.
A sister. It was a sister that raised you. It was a sister that taught you how to read. It was a sister that taught you how to bathe yourself. It was a sister that raised you when other people were not around. It takes a real man to support a real woman, and I'm so glad I got some real men in this building who are not intimidated by educated women, are not intimidated by articulate women, who are not intimidated by women who are anointed to lead.
And he's talking about Curry Harris.
This man from the White House, he goes to Esther and says to Esther.
Now, we ain't going to listen to that garbage anymore. Let's go back in memory lane.
I gotta holler at you, man. Check this out. This is what I know, right? I'm the streets, man. What I want to know.
He got ran off the block in Baltimore. The youth ain't having it.
Blooded, man. Like,
y'all remember that? See, all of us ain't falling for it. We'll get to it in a moment.
For the people, you got our people all up in your church. You know what I mean? You're supposed to lead these people, man. And I mean, I understand that y'all stuff, but you had no answers for like, yo, man, then you come down here like late, like time been on the ground like 100, like 300 something days. You down here now. Don't come.
What'd you do for Taco?
We don't want you nowhere in our city, yo. Like we don't need much more in our streets. Like you disrespect our streets, man. This me, PFK home. I was on the front. You disrespected up here north, and you came down there. You ain't even fighting no war with us, yo. You ain't had nothing on your show. You ain't had no guns or nothing. And then you fucking with our oppressors.
So these are the Negroes, the Boule Negroes that pull up, try to see if they get some money. 5 minutes later, talk about HBCUs, tell you to vote for collard greens, and you see they can't get no respect on the block. They can't get no respect on the block with the people, the folks that's actually dealing with it. Only bootlicking, step infection, tap dancing ass DEI Negroes. Let's continue.
What you mean, how you fucking with Roland Blake and all them, man? You trying to kill us, man.
Where were you for
That's you are, man. But we telling you are. The streets feel like you killing us, man. All right. No, we don't want you in our fucking city now. Then get the fuck out the whole city. Is it that easy? Then we can better get you the fuck out of here?
No, sir.
Well, check this out, man. Don't come nowhere down here no more. Wherever PFK boom at, don't come. I know you can try your hitch, man. I know you, yo, Tinidi and all them. I know you before it seemed right about all that. Get the henchman. Don't come down here no more. Boom, said it. Me, as a man, the streets don't want you here. I'm speaking for them. So we see you here. Okay. So you said you won't come on my motherfucking streets no more, right? Don't bring your ass down here no fucking more. I mean it, yo. On my fucking kids, yo. Cause you're a fucking disgrace. A guardian angel for Satan. Woo! Cause you damn sure ain't guard me, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here.
What you do for Tyrone West again?
Empower what? This dick, nigga.
Jamal Bryant, you should be ashamed of yourself for selling out your people for your fame and your wealth. SRB, we know where them perks went. Fuck 12. Leave the city, that's your first step. Take Davis in the war room and your cousin Brandon Scott, 300 men in their payments. They love a photo op. We taking back our city, one step at a time, walk in solidarity. This is the front line. Now the Mosby's gotta go. Billy Murphy, you can leave. Got my right fist high saying fuck the police.
Now that was off the Freddie Gray incident, I believe. Now we fast forward. Wow. Look how he came up. Pastor of a mega church in Georgia who led a nationwide 40-day fast to Target stores. Let me zoom in on myself real quick. These are the old plantation Negroes. It ain't like people like me or you that's listening to this. Ain't nobody really trying to listen to them dudes. Oh, shoot. Damn. Hold on. Yeah. Hello? Hello? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, ain't nobody listening to them dudes, y'all. See, I could go. Let me tell you something. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a preacher, nigga. I can go anywhere in the city. That ain't gonna happen to me. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not like some big time guy out here. I'm not. But you're not gonna have no situation when I pull up over north or over south and folks got a track record of me tap dancing for the oppressor and riding with them because you want this, a DEI bill. No, you check my paperwork. Ain't nobody ever did that to me. Ain't nobody ever gonna do that to me because I'm not gonna do what that nigga did. Mega church. You went down to Baltimore, couldn't get nothing going on. You thought you could try to get some little, activist butter biscuits. It didn't work. So now you're leading people to the demons so you can make a bunch of money. You trying to do like Eddie Long in the name of DEI. Remember what I was saying? We need all types of IT grants and scholarships. There's plenty of brothers that need Kubernetes training and stuff like that. But this is what they did. Now, he had the nerve to get on the stage. You see, he didn't talk real tough. Had a nerve to try to call somebody out of all people some coons. This is the head honcho of it. He's taking the reins of Sharpton and Jesse. Now, he's saying he's asking black congregations. So the hell with the people. So basically, the hell with the sinners. The hell with the niggas in the streets. And the regular people, you got to be a church Negro in order to be a part of this, right? Black congregations, okay? He's saying black congregations around the hall to stop spending at Target that does have black businesses in there. At one point, we were going to put our products in there. Said Target is yet to meet its demands, which is called not radical, but righteous, reasonable, and long overdue. Organizers have rallied consumers to put away their wallet and avoid spending at retail giants that have scaled back DEI, which I've clearly articulated that we are not the sole beneficiaries and we're the bottom of the list. So this is what this Negro's asking for. The pastor of Georgia mega church, and whenever you hear mega, you need to be real spidey sense. Put that tight, so tight. He said, put the tinfoil on, put that on. When you hear mega church, you really need to say, why is this so big? Called on black faith leaders, if we ever want to call them that, to take part in a Target fast. It started on Ash Wednesday. Exceeded 200,000 petitioners in black churches across the U.S. Okay, they asked for a Target. So basically, the demands that he has is $2 billion to the black business community through product services and black media buys. So when they say black media buys, they don't mean the underground. They don't mean the new black media. They mean people like Roland. That's who they mean. They mean for all the shuck and jive bootlick Negroes. That's what they mean. Deposit $250 million in 23 black banks. That's some of his folks. Not a bad idea, but that's some of your people. Fully restore companies' commitment to DEI. So now fully restore the company's commitment to LGBT immigrants and white women who receive it the most. Pipeline community centers at 10 HBCUs to teach retail business at every level, something that the HBCUs should be doing already. On April 17th, Reverend Radal, who leads the National Action Network, said he had a very constructive and candid meeting with Target CEO Brian Cornell to discuss their DEI initiative. So what they're saying is, hey, give me a cut. Foot traffic in the store was down 9.55% in February because they're asking, are the Target boycotts working? But they're not taking that money in directly. Because see, if these folks don't want to help us, you're saying do a boycott. These Negroes ain't taking all their money and directing it right towards a black business. Some of them are, but soon as they concede, they're going to go right back. So now we're back on the plantation. They said Target store visits in New Jersey down, decreased by 10.4%. Now listen to this. What is DEI? What are DEI programs? DEI is a concept that promotes fair treatment and full participation of all people, particularly groups that are underrepresented or subject to discrimination by background, identity, and disability. We're black. We're not talking about disabled folk. You see those little trick words once again? So now they're talking about do General Mills, Amazon, Walmart, Target, and McDonald's. Give me a break. That's the upcoming boycotts they were talking about. General Mills. So start the boycott, but don't keep on. They're basically saying to stop. So these so-called leaders, I seen an article where they were talking about the so-called leaders. Ain't no black leaders. Code of conduct should be the leader. We don't have no black leaders that we can respect. I can't name one. They didn't sit down and talk to Dr. Claude Anderson about it. You see, they didn't have him on a scale. They went and got a Negro from the clergy. So basically, they're saying Amazon. None of that stuff is going to work. Now let's go over to the HBCUs. Let's go over to the HBCUs. Very interesting here. Historically, black colleges view Trump administration warily, but also with some optimism. This is from the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, y'all. This ain't from me. Since taking office, Donald Trump has pledged unwavering support for the critical educational missions of historically black colleges and universities, invited leaders to those institutions to the White House, and even dispatched his education secretary to deliver her first commencement address of graduation season in one of the schools. The moves by a president who won just 8% of the black vote, so don't fall for that, all you Negroes tried to do this, and it's 8%. 25 to 30% of us probably stayed home. We weren't interested. We voted couch, so we're like, okay, whatever. Hey, listen, we will all be equally uncomfortable. None of this black folks just uncomfortable and that's no, we're all going to be equally uncomfortable. So if that means voting couch just because somebody's going to get ramsacked by ICE or whatever the case may be, that ain't got nothing to do with us. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because we're not getting help anyway. Why should we break our necks for everyone else? No. 8% of the black vote in November. It wasn't 30%. Oh, you black men and all. It wasn't. It was 8%. Have surprised and pleased some African-American educators who say Trump has already outpaced the steps by previous administrations, including that of the nation's first black president.
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that.
Had to play that for whatever it's worth. The Thurgood Marshall College Fund, the HBCU Negroes, they said it, not me. They said, hey, they're looking at it like he's doing a little bit more than the other guy, which should have did 10 times as much. But anyway, I'll continue. While some leaders and groups associated with black colleges have welcomed the young administration's overtures, others, notably students, remain wary of Trump and assail the White House as tone deaf and insensitive. Could understand that. Those views were on display this month when Education Secretary Betsy DeVos delivered the commencement address at Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona, Florida. As DeVos began to speak, students turned their backs on her and they booed. Following his inauguration, Trump's most overt outreach to African Americans has been his efforts to woo students and leaders of black colleges that were founded in the years after the Civil War and today consist of 101 public and private schools nationwide. Before we go along, why won't you take some money out your damn mega church, nigga? Why don't you take $100,000 out of your mega church and deposit those in some black banks? You got a flock of sheepish Negroes that you get money from. Them mega churches are coming in with millions and millions of dollars. I think as the black community, if we have one, or black population, we need to disband from them damn churches. Completely. They're worthless. They've done nothing for us and nothing like the ones during Dr. King and, in the early 1900s. I think after the 70s, they got kind of shaky and whatnot. But they don't really do nothing for us, man. That's just my thing. But John C. Taylor Jr., president of the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, a nonprofit that helps provide financial assistance to students who attend black colleges, says signs from the White House are encouraging. In the first 4 months of this presidency, the Trump administration has been far more responsive to our community than the past administration. Now, that's a damn shame. Do I trust Donald? No. But I'm saying that they're saying this, not me. Why is it that they feel that he's more responsive than the last? Could it be because of the Jamals, Mr. got ran out of Baltimore, those? Because the clergy and the HBCU Negroes and the Divine Nine, and the AKA, should I say, wannabe European Greeks, they're all wrapped up into this. They're one and the same. So, he said they're far more he's been far more responsive to our community than the past administration. I, for one, judge people by what they do, not what they say. That's how it's supposed to work. Not about your feelings and if you just, this person's mean, to hell with that. Did they do what they say they were going to do? Taylor points to, among other things, the bipartisan spending bill Congress passed. So basically, the left and right bird of you know what, they both agreed. Passed and Trump signed this month, which includes an expansion of the Pell Grant eligibility to year-round. In recent years, it says in quotation, Obama signed budgets that only allowed Pell Grants to be used for 2 semesters in a school year. Moreover, Taylor says Trump's own budget proposal left funding for black colleges and universities untouched, even as it proposed slashing the Department of Education's budget by 13.5%. Level funding is a win for HBCUs in a season where large cuts were made across the board, said Taylor, who has penned op-eds lauding Congress and the Trump administration work on behalf of black colleges. So if y'all want some more information about this, I'm going to let you read more of that. But let's go to news and media here. TMCF in the media. Let's look at this here. Thurgood Marshall College Fund team members pens new book about AI and the culture. TMCF, which is the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, there's a team member that recently published a book about the rise of AI and what an equitable approach to it could mean for underrepresented communities. I'm so sick of that damn word. Just say black. What's up with these Negroes? Anyway, Nigel Drayton, webmaster at TMCF, said he knew he wanted to write AI for the culture, how emerging tech is leveling the playing field, after recognizing the growing need for accessible education around technology and the number of people asking him how to get started using AI responsibly, ethically, and efficiently. Side note, my homie Titan, he was doing some design for somebody, said, okay, somebody knocked him down for 500 using brother chat. You see what I'm saying? So as much as my personal beliefs on it, the bottom line is it is being used for certain things that you could use constructively. So it says Drayton started experimenting with AI in late 2022. Around the same time, OpenAI released Brother Chat GPT. We just call it Brother Chat. So he wrote a book about it. That brother wrote a book about it. Now let's go back here. From April 23. Thurgood Marshall College Fund, HBCU Negroes. Thanks President Trump for reaffirming his commitment to the HBCUs in executive order. Officials at the Thurgood Marshall College Fund extends appreciation to Trump for signing an executive order reestablishing the White House initiative to promote excellence at the HBCUs. So this is what the Thurgood Marshall College Fund and CEO Derek L. Williams said. And then we're going to go straight to the White House for what that says. The HBCU, breakdown. Today's executive order serves a strong reaffirmation of Trump's support of investment of historically Black colleges and universities. This executive order should serve as a call to action for corporations, foundations, members of Congress, and state lawmakers to redouble their efforts to support HBCUs and their students. TMCF looks forward to continued engagement with the administration and Congress to deliver results for HBCUs and the students they serve via appropriations and other legislative actions. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. Okay, you want some juice? Okay, hold on.
I tried to stop it. Yeah. You don't understand your work. Now I see why you don't like
It's ready. You just didn't take it.
All right, so let's go. We'll edit that out, y'all, or not. So let's go to this. And see, I like to kind of freestyle it as we go. Oh, now this ain't me talking, but it says here, HBCUs will not be subjected to federal spending cuts. He says, I took care of the Black colleges and HBCUs. In the first term, he funded HBCUs to a tune of $250 million. Okay. Let's check this out. Now, the other side, Crime Bill Joe and all them said what they were going to do. They didn't do nothing for us. They didn't keep none of the promises. Not saying that he will. I just want the best deal for Black folks. That's all I want. What is this, Howard University? Okay. Yeah, we're not getting our best and brightest coming out of these HBCUs. We're getting Negroes like Jamal and Kamala. That's who we're getting, and that's very unfortunate. But let's go to the White House. So we're not gonna get, our draws and socks in a bunch. We're gonna look at this from an objective point of view. White House initiative to promote excellence and innovation at historically Black colleges and universities. We're going to read this piece by piece. By the authority vested in me, blah, blah, blah. Purpose. Section 1. HBCUs remain integral in American students' pursuit. You don't need to see my ugly face anymore. Pursuit of prosperity and well-being, providing the pathway to a career and a better life. This order will continue the work begun during my first administration to elevate the value and impact of our nation's HBCUs as beacons of educational excellence and economic opportunity that serve as some of the best cultivators of tomorrow's leaders in business, government, academia, and military. All right, policy. It is the policy of my administration to support HBCUs in advancing America's full potential, fostering more and better opportunities in higher education, providing the highest quality education, obtaining equal opportunities for participation in federal program, ensuring college educated, blah, 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 compete better. All right. So this is the one that got to me. The initiative shall work with executive departments and agencies, the President's Board of Advisors on HBCUs in Section 4 of this order, private sector employers, educational associations, philanthropic organizations, and other partners to increase the capacity of HBCUs to provide the highest quality education to an increasing number of students. Increasing the private sector role. That's good. Strengthening HBCUs through enhanced institutional planning and development, fiscal stability, and management. That might be good because the niggas that they got, yeah, I said it, the niggas that they got right now ain't doing a damn good job. So that might be good. Upgrading institutional infrastructure, including use of technology. We just talked about AI. We'll talk about that in a minute. He wants to increase some AI stuff. Providing professional development opportunities for HBCU students to help build America's workforce in technology, manufacturing, finance, and other growth industries. That's good. Enhancing capabilities to serve our young adults by supporting implementation of HBCU Partners Act. What is that? Y'all might want to look that up. Working to advance my administration's key priorities relating to promoting innovation and excellence through HBCU's council in consultation. Fostering private sector initiatives, improving the availability and quality of information, best practices, campus modernization, degree attainment, affordability, infrastructure, partnering with private, elementary, and secondary education stakeholders to build a pipeline for students that may be interested in attending HBCUs. Encouraging states to provide the required state matching funds for 1890 land grants. Land grant colleges, Dr. King talked about. What is a land grant college? Collaborating with the Department of Agriculture. Collaborating with agencies to improve competitiveness. Convening an annual White House summit. I want to get to the dollars. Where's the dollars at? Accountability and implementation. See, this is where some of those folks that are up there, they're afraid that the HBCUs could potentially go back to what they're supposed to be. Not immigrants, not LGBT and minorities, not disenfranchised, not underrepresented, but specifically for the freedmen of America. The foundational freedmen of America, which created and innovated and designed and administered these colleges that's specifically supposed to be for us. First, that's not saying other people can't go, but it's supposed to be around our culture and our lineage and the people that made it for them, because we couldn't go to other schools, right? So that's what, some people are probably thinking, well, damn, I can't just arrive here fresh off the boat and get me a big grant over Jerome, where his mama and his great grandparents maybe came from, from Mississippi, Chicago. That's for them. But I could get a scholarship over them. That's what people are afraid of. Now, this whole museum thing, that's a different thing. I don't think that's a good thing to be taking stuff out of the museum and trying to erase history. That's definitely not good. But there might be some appetizers here. Now, I don't know exactly what this HBCU means, but if he delivers, he delivers. Let's see if we can find something on the news. lately. So that was 9 days ago. Let's see. That's old. Nobody wants to hear what Roland got to say. This is 8 years ago. Let's go and look at this. This is the archive.
So this is historically black colleges and universities executive order. Very important to all of us.
Now, this is 8 years ago.
This group has been fantastic, many of which we were with yesterday, and really developed something very special. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Mr. Vice President, also, Mike, for being here. This is a very important moment, and a moment that means a great deal to me. This month has been a wonderful opportunity to celebrate African-American history and to begin working together to create a better future for African-Americans and universities and colleges and everything that is African-American. Today, we're taking action to help make that future happen and that future better. Historically, black colleges and universities are incredibly important institutions woven into the fabric of our history, just about like no other. Church is very important, right? Yes. Colleges and universities. Come here.
The universities and colleges are a little more important, but anyway.
My defender. He's Education has the power to uplift.
All right, enough of that. Let's see what else we could find here. I'm looking for something more recent.
Sir, during your first administration, you made promoting historically black colleges and universities, HBCU.
If you notice 9 days ago when he's signing it, if you notice, the optics are different here. They're a little different.
HBCUs, a major priority. This executive order takes existing law on HBCUs and brings it into effect. We're going to be setting up a White House initiative on HBCUs. The basic idea here is making sure that every aspect of your administration is working to ensure that HBCUs are able to do their job as effectively and as efficiently as possible. Sir, during your first administration, you made promoting historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, a major priority. This executive order takes existing law on HBCUs and brings it into effect. We're going to be setting up a White House initiative on HBCUs. The basic idea here is making sure that every aspect of your administration is working to ensure that HBCUs are able to do their job as effectively and as efficiently as possible.
Well, you notice it wasn't too many black folks in the room during that time. Not sure if y'all noticed that one. So let's go to Trump AI. Let's go to this. I'm trying to stick to the facts here. So he signed an executive order saying that AI is rapidly transforming the modern world, driving innovation, enhancing productivity, reshaping how we live. America's youth need opportunities to cultivate the skills and understanding necessary to use and create the next generation of AI, preparing our students to be leaders in HI. And I said AI, promoting AI literacy and proficiency. So looks like they're going to get AI. They're going to get crypto together. Task force to establish public-private partnerships for K through 12, preparing America's workforce. So, is that good? Is there some black folks that can benefit from that? That's my concern. Everybody else could, they're going to do their thing. We got to be concerned about us. the world is going to continue to go on. Now, here's my analysis. That DEI thing, the brain dead sheep Negroes are going to go out there and break their necks to spin. And they're actually just getting other people rich. If they're just going to say, well, let's just go back to what we were doing until they acquiesce, that's not going to go directly to nobody's pocket. That ain't going to go directly to nobody's pocket while you're saying, well, I'm not going to shop at Amazon no more. You still have black products on Amazon, a lot of them. My book is on Amazon. Y'all know that? My books are on Amazon. There isn't too many other platforms, if I'm not selling it hand to hand, that makes it easy for me to put it on there. To send for the hardcover. They take most of the hit because they do a lot of the delivery and shipping. But now you boycotting me, nigga. You boycott me. You see what I'm saying? One of the few people that actually has 2 guides and another project pending. That's on Amazon. So you boycott me at the same time. You dig? But they're going to go back to McDonald's, and they're going to go back to Amazon, and they're going to go back to Walmart, and they're going to go back to Target after the boycott, while Al Sharpton and Jamal get rich. They're not doing this for free. Don't ever get it messed up. They're doing it for free. I know a hustler. I was a hustler. I understand a hustle. They doing it. They ain't doing it for free. They're not doing it for free. So, I wouldn't pay too much attention to them dudes. We just got to watch them because they ain't to be trusted. Because they didn't come to us. They didn't come to the street, and they didn't say they went to the clergy. They went to the church. You see what I'm saying? They went to the people they felt was worthy and saved. They didn't go to the people. And you see what happened when he tried to go to the people. He tried to pull that on Baltimore, and they ran him up out of there. Now he's down in Atlanta running a DEI scam, apologizing to the alphabet gang when he's supposed to be an ordained pastor. That's what he's doing, and trying to sell us on DEI. So, you know, these folks, they scam whatever little scam bits and pieces that they could get. That's what they do. They go wherever somebody will believe them, and they'll try to sell it back to us. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my analysis on that. So, we're going to go to some story times now. We're going to go to that.